Hello, everyone, right here playing Farming Simulator 22 on Frankenmuth, Michigan, and it looks like we filled up one oil factory here so far already, Evan, from the sunflowers we just finished harvesting. So oil mill, I kind of call it oil mill number 1 here is full. I was trying to figure out again, everyone, like, why is the truck not unloading? Oh, it's like, wait a minute, I bet you it's full. So anyway, we'll switch that one over to number 2 here then. So oil number 2. Let's see, is he just gonna drive there? He closed the cover. We gotta stop. There we go. Oil 2 should be, actually, you know what? Oil 2 is probably not the one in front. What is the one in front of us here? That is, oh no, that is 2 oil 2. Okay, yep, that's fine. Couldn't remember if I laid them out that way or the other way. Looks like I did lay them out here this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here. Okay, we'll let him finish unloading. And then once he is done unloading them, there is some more sunflowers in the cart on the field here. So speaking of last episode, by the way, I finished up harvesting the sunflower field. That field is finished here. Oh, and that reminds me, I want to get the potato harvester going here too. I forgot about that. I'm finishing up this little hook on the field right here. We're just going to harvest this off and get rid of it, be done with that. Again, for those of you who didn't see a couple episodes ago, we had a slight oopsie with the time settings and potatoes withering, and yeah, that caused some problems here on some of the fields, shall we say. Namely the fact that using the developer controls, everyone, it apparently resets the field back to its original boundary, which obviously was no good for these fields because I had combined them together and did some changes and modifications and all that good stuff, right? Oh well. Look at what used to be our beautiful potatoes that went all wilted. Whoa, look out. Getting taken out by the potato harvester here. All wilted and withered and dead over here. Yeah, well, at least he's alive. Okay, well, anyway, Evan, I figured now that we're done with the sunflowers, Evan, I'm maybe going to go over and start harvesting some corn here. We got 2 fields of corn, I do believe, that are ready here, if I remember correctly. Checking, yep. So both 12 and 21 are ready to harvest. The potato fields are ready to harvest, too, Evan. I figure maybe we'll wait till, let's see, what is it today? It's Wednesday, yeah. So if we do like 2 episodes harvesting corn, Evan, maybe next week we'll get back into some potatoes. Unless I can come up with some more excuses not to. But anyway, so yeah. We'll just let this run here. Actually, how full are you? I've just been unloading manually. I haven't set up anything with this one. Yeah, he actually is almost full. Okay. Got an eye on that. Seeing what's how the unloading's going over here. So far, when this seems to be working halfway. Well, okay, no, it did not, did it? Oh, you know what? It probably would have worked fine, everyone. Except for the fact the tractor wasn't on, so it didn't unload. Okay, otherwise that might have worked. This is what keeps happening here, by the way, when you have a trailer with more than one hopper on it. Again, if the tractor had been on, I don't think this would have happened. He probably would have started filling the front one, and I think the truck would have stopped. I think, everyone. I could be wrong on that. But yeah, prime example of what happens, everyone. Now, the back hopper's full. The tractor's in position. The tractor's not going to move, everyone. I mean, I could tell him to move, but he's not going to because he's in position. The truck's not going to move because, well, the truck's only half full. So the truck's like waiting, like, wait, I need more. Fill up the front one, right? So then you just get stuck here on one. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll just back that up. And that should finish unloading. I think someone in the comments, I was reading the comments, I forget who, we'll probably get to that here in a few minutes, everyone. Someone in the comments was saying put the front axle where the tandems on the truck are. So let's just see what that looks like. They said face in the same direction. So yeah, if I'm understanding someone correctly, someone said put it like right there. Or maybe, yeah, more like probably right about there, right? I think that's what someone said to do. I have my doubts if that's going to work much better, everyone, but we can definitely give it a try here if this continues to be a problem. Again, I want trailers with multiple fill volumes, multiple hoppers, just, I don't know, seem to be a little troublesome here with auto drive. Okay, let's tell you to drive, of course. Go ahead and unload. I think I've got another truck somewhere, don't I? Forget if we do or not. Actually, yes, is it right there? Yep, there it is. Okay, good. So let's start harvesting some corn. Actually, before we start harvesting some corn, we should probably get a header for this combine here. Drop off the Draper head. We don't need that right at the moment. Yes, having the John Deere X9 1100. Look at that beast. Actually, we need to go back here, don't we? Yeah, if we buy a header, it's going to show up back here. At least hopefully, anyway. I won't have to drive all the way down to the shop to pick that up. That'd be a bit of a drive. Okay, let's, speaking of the shop, let's head to the shop here real quick. I'm going to pick up a header. So, corn header. And I think we're just going to go with the in-game. We could also go with the Geringhoff. That's a 16 row. Is that color selectable? It is actually color selectable. John Deere polished. Huh, John Deere polished, huh? What's the difference between that and John Deere? Oh, okay. So, like, if you got the plastic snouts, I wouldn't give it, like, the plastic look versus the metal look of snouts, maybe, I guess. I think that's the idea, I'm assuming. Yellow, black, orange. Oh, that's just the tips, I think, isn't it? So that changes. Okay, so we could get one of those headers, everyone. Yeah, I don't know if there's necessarily any advantage over this head versus the other ones. This one is a folding head. That is kind of nice. Let's try this one. We'll give it a try here. Just say we can. Put some polish, yellow. Working speed, yeah, 6. That's fine. Let's go with it. Massive header here for our massive combine. Hopefully we can squeeze in between there. Say this combine takes up the entire road would be a slight understatement, I do believe. Okay, there we go. This, of course, is where having a folding head would kind of be handy. I don't think I can get back through there. So we'll just start harvesting. Start harvesting right here, I guess. Might as well, right? Actually, take a look at this head. Let's raise it back up. What do we got on here? Oh, yeah, we got the chopping knives. I don't know if these chopping knives on this header have any function or not, everyone. That I don't know. I mean, in real life, everyone, with the chopping knives under there, that really should, in my opinion, give you like a mulched status on the field, which yeah, I don't think it is. I don't know if that's even possible in the game or not. Actually, I think someone said JHHG's header does, I think. Yeah, at least in my opinion, it definitely seems like that should be a thing. Chopping knives under there should be allowing for a mulched state on the field. There we go, in 16 rows at a time here, John Deere X9. Oh boy. Yeah, we're definitely not lined up very well with the rows, are we? Oh well. Kind of hard to see in the in-cab view there, to be honest. I think we'll just go back to the outside view here. Out of curiosity, how is this field yielding here so far? Doesn't seem like the combine's filling up very quickly yet, so... Of course, that being said, I mean, we do have like an absolutely massive hopper on this particular combine. I forget exactly how big this one is, but massive would be an understatement here. As we pointed out when we purchased this combine, oh, it's 4 drive axles and final drives. Oh boy, oh boy. Better have a couple extra ones of those on hand. Okay, GPS. Here, let's get some GPS going here. So 0 degrees. Auto with that. Should be good, right? And that's definitely not quite good. There we go. That looks a little better. Still have an offset. Let's get rid of that offset here. There we go. Yeah, I think we're good. Yeah, we should be good. Okay. We'll have to see once if we're going to need to narrow that up just a little bit or not. Okay, we're going up and down the field here. Let's go check our yield data here so far. How are we looking on our yield data? Not the highest here yet. Of course, I'm not sure what the soil information. That is silty clay. So we need to get into the... Is it the loam? Let's see, going and checking here. Everyone, yield. What is the green here? Number 10. That is loam. Okay, loam is the higher yielding. Okay, so yeah, that should be the highest yielding part right there. So if we go back, yeah, there we go. Seeing the 125%. As I've said before, everyone, when it comes to the precision farming here in the game, your yield is directly tied to your soil type and really nothing else. I mean, yeah, I guess if you miss fertilizing a portion of the field line, that type of thing, I mean, it's going to affect it. But soil type seems to affect it by the largest amount, from what I can tell. Unless you just, like, outright forget to fertilize or something. Which I guess that's always a potential possibility, right? Not that I would know anything about that. Weeds. No, have we ever forgotten to fertilize? Possibly, everyone. I think we've mostly caught most of that here before harvest time. If I have forgotten, it's usually the weeds that sometimes are a bit more of a problem, it seems like. Yeah, we're just slowly plodding through the field here. Just have a little extra bounce to it. I'm not sure that's just the header or what's going on there, but... Suppose I should probably go check on that potato harvester. How are we looking? He looks like he is probably stopped, right? Actually, go back to this. Yep, he is stopped. Okay, so I should probably go unload that here in a minute. I'm going to get to this end here a minute. Okay, let's go unload that combine. Where's my truck? Was it that? I think it's that one, if I remember correctly. Yep. Ooh, and we're almost full on the truck here when it comes to potatoes. Okay, then. And the harvesting we're doing now is just this little section here, and that little section there. We've already filled the truck up, or well, we will once we go and unload the combine here. Just from that little section. Wow. Guess we better fill the back up here first before it starts spilling out. Fortunately, that's not actually a thing here in the game. Don't have to worry about your crops overflowing whatever trailer, truck, grain cart you're putting them in. Okay, and then the Scrofty ones are already full, so we'll head over to one of the other ones here. Oh, yes, and I don't know if you folks saw that up there, but autosave complete. Yep. I added the game save or game autosave mod here to my game. So now it just automatically saves the game as a automated save game feature should when it's, set every 15 minutes. I mean, you would think Giants would have enough common sense on that one, but alas, as they say, everyone, common sense nowadays is a thing of the past. Don't you folks just love it how Giants adds an autosave feature to the game? But then they make it so it only works if you have the menu open. Which is good if you open the menu every 15 minutes, everyone. But if you fail to open the menu every 15 minutes, guess what? That autosave feature is not going to work. And that 15 minutes you set on the autosave, yeah, it's not going to do a thing, is it? Brilliant, Giants. Absolutely brilliant. Like I said before, everyone, fortunately, at least on the PC side of things, everyone, we got mod authors that fix Giants flub ups. There's more potatoes in that trailer, so I'll just park this one over here for now. Actually, this will, oh, wait, I got one over there already. Okay, never mind. I'll just park this one over here somewhere for now. And We'll see if we can top that second one off there, fill that one up as well, or at least as much as possible. We'll go ahead and unload that when it's full, or when we're done. One of the two. Okay, back to harvesting corn, right? Yeah, we should be good. Now working our way around the field here. Oh, not like some good corn harvesting in the game there, if you ask me, right, everyone? Now we'll see if we get lucky and the GPS will line up on this side of the field once we're done going around here. Speaking of going around, we're going to need a grain cart here real quick. Which means we should probably grab another tractor and grain cart. We got another one here somewhere. I'm not exactly sure where it is, but we'll go find it here. Now we'll get the truck. I think we got auto drive courses set up for this. Actually, no, speaking of which, maybe we should get that going right away, everyone, so it can at least start heading our way, right? So let's head into the truck here. Field 12, right? Field 12. Waypoint unload grain cart. Yeah, see, this is where I should have named these differently, everyone. Which one do I need? I'm not sure. We'll have to drive over there. I think it's over on that little spot by the silo over here. Let's see once here. What are our waypoints over here? Field 12 waypoint. Okay, the waypoint is the one we want for the truck. And turn that on, farm silo. Yeah, that should be good. This, by the way, Evan, is why I started kind of going back to my normal naming convention that I used back in Farming Simulator 19 and previous with course play, Evan. I always called, you know, the waypoint for the truck. I called it a truck course. The one for the tractor, I called it tractor. That way I knew which one was which. Otherwise, you know, wait, Evan, am I waiting on for the tractor or the truck, right? Okay, 8RT, that might be a good one. Let's see what we got here. Oh, there's our grain cart. Now, can we get in here? Yeah, I think we got plenty of room. 8RT 410, that is a 2200. Nah, we're probably going to want a 9 series tractor, I think, for that. What do we have for a 9 series tractor? Not seeing much of it, not seeing much. We got a nice 8R370. Whoa. Okay, I said nice, that one. I mean, I don't know if that quite qualifies. I suppose, everyone. It's a 9 series. That's about where it ends, right? Blue tractors. We'll have to say that one, at least when it comes to the blue tractors and tracks, they definitely have a little bit different and unique track design than, say, John Deere or Case. You know, if you look at both the Case quad track and the John Deere quad track, the track designs, I would say, are very similar, right? There's not a lot of difference. You know, add a bogey wheel, take away a bogey wheel, change up the angles ever so slightly. There you go, right, everyone? Now you come over to New Holland here, and like, oh my goodness, this is like just completely different. Okay, so we're gonna be in combine mode. There we go. And what are our field names over here? So field 12 unload. Let's see, where's the weight point? Should be, there it is. I guess we're close enough. Not quite. And we need to make sure we set combine to field 12 unload here as well. Field 12 unload. There we go. Okay, then that should clear up that error message there that grain cart was showing. I don't know if he'll start heading this way or not. And if he is, I can't see what that whole mess that's going on down there, so never mind. Oh, this reminds me, I should probably make sure I repair the combine here as well. Actually, no, let's do that right now. Otherwise, as you folks know, I'm going to forget. Repairing the combine. Not that it probably super matters. How is the potato harvester looking? Oh, is he full? Not quite, but pretty much is, right? Whoa, 55%. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's we're gonna repair you. Yep, 55%, huh? Wow. And that means that we weren't even getting close to the maximum yield we could potentially get off that. It was already that damaged just from, I'm not sure actually how much harvesting it was doing. You are 1.1. Yeah, I thought I repaired both of these, Ellen, before I started this, but maybe not. It's possible I forgot to repair it before I brought it to the new field. I thought I had one, and the other one, it definitely looks like it has been repaired. Although, given how long it takes for a combine to wear down in this game, it wouldn't surprise me if just this little bit that we did here, Evan actually wore it down. That would not surprise me at all. That seems like something Giants would do. Okay, we'll let that unload here a minute. Too bad it wasn't on the other side, otherwise I could just tab away and leave. Okay, let's see if we can pull up some comments here a moment. 13 Dixie Fried was saying that was 234 combines, harvester combines. Yes, Evan, you read that right, Evan. You read, or heard, I guess I should say. Heard that right. 234 combines, Evan. That was how many combines I had on Nowhere, Kansas, harvesting in one field, Evan. I think I dare say, I want to say that was probably a record. Anyone else know anyone else that has done that many combines? I wouldn't say it was probably particularly smooth, that one, but we had 234 combines running in one field. And yes, like Dixie Fried said, that was on Nowhere, Kansas. Okay, back to corn harvesting, everyone. That tractor moving at all? Nope, hasn't moved yet. He also said on Nowhere, Kansas, plus you had 64 cotton harvesters. Only 64 of them. Only 64 cotton harvesters. And 8 corn choppers. 8 corn choppers. That seems like such a small number compared to the 64 cotton harvesters. And of course, having 64 cotton harvesters seems really small compared to 234 combines. I don't remember exactly which combine we used again. I either one. I don't remember. But yes, for those who want to watch a crazy series with lots of equipment, don't forget to check out my Nowhere, Kansas series. That was back in Farming Simulator 19. At this point, I don't think I have any plans on trying to outdo that one. 234 harvesters. I don't know. With that being said, actually, it probably would work better here now in Farming Simulator 22. If I understand it correctly, in Farming Simulator 22, they've made it so if you buy multiples of one piece of equipment, it doesn't have quite the performance hit it used to. As I understand it correctly, I'm back in Farming Simulator 19 and previous versions. If you bought multiple pieces of the same equipment, it had the same hit as if you just bought different pieces of equipment, right? There wasn't really any advantage of buying, multiples of the same thing. I think it would be, but Hatcho was saying a great video. Turning off seasonal growth just turns off seasons. You'll just not have the calendar in the menu anymore. As for hired workers, so we need to go over just a little bit. Oh, the GPS doesn't line up with this side, does it? Well, you know what? Guess what? It's going to. There we go. As for hired workers, if the hired worker is close to a tree, it will stop and turn around. But it will then run into another vehicle as if it's not there. Yeah, right there, Hedgehog? Yeah, like what's up with these hired workers in this game, everyone? Like, the hired worker could be a mile away from a tree, and it'll still turn around and go the other way. However, you park a piece of equipment somewhere, and that combine's going to head straight for that piece of equipment and just plow into it, smash, crash, bang. Just, yeah, like, what the heck, right, everyone? Okay, did I do something wrong? That grain cart's not moving yet. Get over here just a little bit so we got a little more room to unload. Not right on the road. Probably should have done like a little cutout portion here. Oh, there, he's moving. He's moving. I'm not entirely sure what he's doing with his moving here, but he is moving. Hopefully he doesn't try to cut through the farmyard there. That would not probably be good. Auto drive used to be really good with avoidance of objects, everyone, back in Farming Simulator 19. I'm not sure if it's that good anymore here or not. I've seen it before, everyone, where auto drive has literally drove through multiple buildings and vehicles to get to its location without crashing. And I don't know about you folks, that's pretty impressive if you ask me. Yeah, of course I would never do that. Something tells me auto drive have it, and well, he's still moving yet. Actually, if I hire a worker, there we go. Yeah, because if I get out of him, he's going to stop moving. I don't know what he's doing. He's trying to find a route. No, he's backing out. He's backing out. Wow. That is interesting, everyone. That's a grain cart there, bud. Okay. What? Maybe he had detected the collision on the auger there, decided to back up, and then just went and crashed straight into a... yeah, that sounds like something an AI worker would do, right, Evan? Yep. Brilliant. Great job there, AI workers. Great job. Backs up to miss the auger, presumably, but then crashes straight into the largest object we have on the farm. Well, I guess actually that's not the buildings. The buildings are probably a little bit bigger, maybe, but Christopher was saying a good video. Keep it up. Thank you very much for that. Keith was saying when you're using the Demco cart, set your unload waypoint so that it splits the front of your tractor between the tandems on your truck that you're using. In your case, the Superliner, that should fix your issue. Whoa, hello, car. Says he's using the Load King Super Bees with a Max Superliner with a standard wheelbase, with my unload waypoint set so that it's splitting the tandems of the truck by the front of the tractor. Auto drive fills all 4 hoppers, and I unload in the same direction the semis face. Hope that helps. Good luck. Hey, thank you for the suggestions there, Keith. Definitely I have to maybe see what's about giving that a try if we continue to experience problems here. Oh, I'm sorry. Are you stuck back here for some reason? I don't know why you're stuck. Combine's that close to the field. At least I don't think it is anyway. While we're unloading, how's the potato harvester doing? Yeah, he's still rolling. Yeah, we're just going to unhire him here a minute. Hopefully that little cutout in the field there didn't cause too much trouble. I was kind of wondering, like, wait, what happened? Oh, that's right. I had him on a hired worker, didn't I? That'll do it. Yeah, it definitely takes a few seconds to unload this combine. I mean, when you have a hopper of this size. I don't remember right off the top of my head here what the unload rate on this particular combine, the X9, is, but I'm sure that one it's probably right up there, right? If you have a combine this big, you're definitely going to want a good unload speed. Okay, well, we're finished unloading. Let's start back on the harvest here. Work our way around this field. We're almost around it. But unfortunately, looking at the time here, and speaking of finish unloading, I think it's time to finish and unload this episode here. So with that, you folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them down below. And as always, everyone, thanks for watching, and until next time,